Yo, this is Friday Night League race number 8. This is just starting off with the heat race. Right here, I'm showing the grid order for the heat race, showing where we all qualified. As you can see, I qualified first place, and it's a grid of 10 guys today, so a decent amount. And yeah, we'll just go from there. We'll see how it goes. So luckily there, I was able to hold on to first place in the first couple corners, and so from here, I'm just trying to go as fast as I can. Try to stay in front because I knew the guys that were behind me were all pretty quick, so it was just really who could ever have track position. So you're gonna see me pull off some best laps that I can possibly do here, and just try to be consistent as possible. And yeah, not really much else to show for right now. So after 3 laps here, so far every time I get on the straightaway, I felt that the guys behind me are right on my ass. So I know that they are there. I keep feeling the bump behind me. You can see like my head kind of jostle back whenever they give me the bump. So again, I'm just trying my best to not make any mistakes, because when people are right behind like that, they're just putting the pressure on you. Luckily, they haven't tried to go for any attacks, so I'm not too worried about taking a defensive line. I'm just they're just qualifying laps, pretty much, corner after corner. Here, I tried to duck, do the whole turn. It was sketchy. Never doing that again. It just really it just felt weird doing that. The cart felt like it wanted to spin out. It was fun though. Alright, so we've gone more than halfway through this race. So I've held on so far. I know that they're right behind me, so they could pull something at any point. More than likely it would be on the straightaway. So see, I got the tap right before the turn in. Tap again. Finally, they go for the attack there. So it was two guys that were right behind me. So they both worked together, got past me. So now I'm in third place. Did a good defense there. Didn't let me really think about going. But guy in first place messes up. So now the guy in second place slow down. So now I find a little window. I squeeze through. He looks back at me, so he gives me enough space, and I'm able to squeeze back into second place there. Now, if the guy in first place hadn't made that mistake, that probably wouldn't have been the case. Might have been stuck in third place, but a small little mistake like that can cost you. And in the end, it worked out in my favor. So here I'm going to push him along. Now push him, because if I try to go for the attack, I might just open myself up to be attacked by the guy behind, and the guy behind might end up just taking the both of us. So you gotta be kind of, I guess, like, you gotta think about what you're gonna do. But here he opens it up. He just lets me by there. I guess he just didn't want to take first place going into the final feature. So white flag, final lap of the race. Keep in mind it's just a heat race, so no points are awarded for this one. That's for the next one. But this will set us up for the beginning of that feature race. So I look behind, see where they're at. I see that there's a decent little gap behind me, so I don't worry too much about. At least I think that's what was going on. It's hard to say, but either way, I'll go a little bit defensive. I guess they must have been not too far behind. But you don't see my head bopping up or anything, so there was somebody directly behind me because they didn't go for the pass and they didn't give me a bump. So here we come across some traffic. Luckily, it'll be right before the end of the race, or after. You know what I mean. I don't get into them. But it's the perfect time, so I get it. The checkered, and here's the results. So I did not set the fastest lap. Fastest lap was awarded to the dude. Oh, no, that was a mistake there. So, dude in second place, a 101.6. Very fast lap there. So yeah, something to think about. But luckily, I was able to hold on. I did get passed, but I was able to do the repassing. Granted, I think I was kind of just given that first place there, but we'll see if we can hold on for the feature race. Start of the race. I start on the inside. Alright, so keep it clean. Able to hold on to the first place. And from here, I'm not really sure how it's going to play out, but keep in mind the dude who was in second place, he set the fastest lap by quite a margin. So something to think about. Either he was getting a big draft or he was just, doing the lap that much better. So all we can do is just try our best here and hold on to it with both hands. As you can see there, I made a little mistake, went wide, but it's early in the race, so if I end up making a mistake and get past, it's not the end of the world. But here I hold on to it, and I didn't feel anybody behind me, so I and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really trying through these laps. I'm really trying. You can see me, I'm just going for every apex, and I'm being pretty clean. bit of bump there. I noticed I'm getting the bump by the end of the straight. So I know I'm at least pulling away at least a little bit through the corners, but I get a bump there again. Usually, if you're getting a bump like at the very beginning of the straight, you know that they're probably right behind you throughout the whole, like, all the corners and stuff. But if they're hitting you like at the very end of the straightaway, then you had a decent margin, but still can't let up. So halfway through the race now. So I'm seeing racers behind me, but I have not looked back once. I don't know how. I know the guy behind me is close. I know he's giving me the pressure, but I don't know what's going on behind that. So, I will say I was proud of these laps. I was hitting my mark lap after lap. I think I made maybe one or two mistakes. One, and like when I first started the race and I missed an apex. But other than that, I don't really see me making any other big mistakes. So there's a couple times where the cart goes a little bit loose, but it doesn't seem to affect me that much. So coming up on some traffic now, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're coming up on traffic because they could either slow you down real hard and then the person behind you gets a jump on you, or you can pass them at just the right instances right there. Man, that could have been bad, but I had to put my nose and I had to just kind of barge my way through because I really did not want to get held up. The rest of my hands there. So we're getting near the end of the race here, and at this point, the person behind me can go for an attack, so I gotta be ready, because they can either try to go for a dive down the braking zone here, or they can either go for a pass here, going into this left turn. There really isn't an opportunity here, but they can go for a pass also coming down this straightaway into this left-hander and then into this hard left hairpin. And then obviously down this straightaway. So I go defensive here, but that's gonna kind of kill my line for through these sections, but so I'm safe through here. Safe through here. I do take a slightly shallower line. Oh, and you can barely see that in the shadow. He did try to go for the cut on the inside, going onto the straightaway, but he just wasn't able to get enough of a cart alongside. And I think after that he just lost all his momentum. Because I mean, if you lose your momentum going into the straightaway, that's pretty much your chance gone for the whole lap. So, but I'm not, again, like, I can't see behind me, so I don't know what could have happened or what it may be, but I go home with the race win. As you can see, I set the fastest lap of 101.605. I think that might have been the fastest of the night. So, we got the win. This was race number 8, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.